Hey everyone, this is Sheena with Moms Against Medical Bullying, and I just want to start this video by saying that it is a gorgeous day today. It's Saturday, and my God, the sky looks beautiful. Let me show you. Oh, just gorgeous, gorgeous. Anyways, I just want to say that today I'm grateful, and I'm grateful for so many things. You know, especially when you start to have to take care of other people, which, like, you know, 95% of the world does. You have to either take care of children or taking care of somebody. You're taking care of somebody or something. It makes you grateful for, like, you know, things like running water, right? Even though the water has fluoride in it. But, you know, it still makes you grateful for running water, you know, for the benefits of electricity. Just because we can do things in a more speedily manner. I feel like, of course, a century ago or so, I feel as though death was able to take over more rapidly in ways, especially if you were already in a sick condition, because of the fact that the turnover time between, you know, getting water and food and washing dirty things, is quicker now. You know, if sheets are soiled, I can, you know, rinse them off, put them in the wash machine, use detergent on them, and I can get them clean at a quicker turnover rate than I would have a century ago. You know, if a person has wounds or something, you can clean out their wounds. You can put a clean bandage on them. You can just keep things cleaner at a better rate than you would a long time ago. And so I feel like a century ago you would have a greater potential for, you know, getting a big infection or something like that, because you can't clean things as speedily as you can today with our access to running water and electricity and things of that sort. So if you got hurt, I mean, you know, back then that could increase your chances of dying quicker. So I just want to say that, yes, I'm very thankful for the many things that we have in this day to use to our benefits. But at the same time, there are also things to be despised, you know. So I just want to talk about, it's kind of like master molestation part 2 in a sense. Okay, and I want to talk about the word molest or molestation. So, right, I'm going to talk about it in the other sense now. So the one definition of molest that I shared before was to annoy, disturb, or persecute a person or animal, especially with hostile intent or injurious effect. And I want to talk about the nature of a sexual molestation as well, because it's not the actual action that I want to talk about, but it's the spirit behind it. So, you know, okay, let's take rape. I've never experienced rape, but I've seen, you know, we can hear other people's testimonies of their experience with being raped, and I feel as though rape tends to be something that is happens very quick, rapidly, and violently and forcefully in a quick manner and in a forceful manner, as where molestation tends to be slyer, because it almost, you know, the spirit of molestation is that I feel as though it takes time. Like the person or the perpetrator takes time and is more sly because they work a little bit with the will of the person, you know, sly to trick the person. As with rape, you know, it's like boom, you know, they're just coming at you violently, they're going to rape you. With molestation, they're more tricky. It's more tricky spirit and more incognito, if you will. The molester may get close to their victim, pretending to love and care for them, all the while moving closer to their goals. So if you just think about, I don't know, I guess the medical mafia in a way, or the CDC and that spirit there, and what they do to people and see the parallel between that and molestation. You make your victim think that you care for them, okay? And you get them comfortable with you, comfortable with trusting you even. You're a nice guy, a nice person. And then the people around that spirit as well are convinced that the person is nice, is upstanding. So all the while in their hearts, they're moving closer to their goal of eating their meal or of having their way with the victim. When they subtly start to engage, it's subtle. They subtly come on you after working on you for a while. Then they subtly come on their victim. And the victim, you know, maybe it's a touch here or a wrong touch there. And the person is made to feel like it's okay. You know, because the person is already kind of comfortable with them. So the molester makes them feel like it's okay. But the victim senses that it isn't right. They sense it in their gut, in their heart, in their deepest of their person, of their being. They sense that it's not right, but they're not sure what to do because a confusion overcomes them. It's confusing. They think, well, I knew this person. They're nice. They're good. Everyone else thinks they're good. But they're doing something, well, I mean, I guess it's okay. So it's just like the state of like kind of confusion, not sure what to do, okay? And so this spirit of molestation, they're seen as a good guys, upstanding, and maybe even when the victim comes out and tries to tell someone that something is going on that's not right, they may be gaslighted by the people who know the perpetrator. So, because his slyness has fooled them as well. The victim may be called crazy and told they are making up stories, and they may even be blamed for being a troublemaker or for causing trouble, trying to make up conspiracy theories about this great, upstanding person. So that's just a little bit of my theory, if you will, about a molesting spirit. Yeah. So they just tend to be sly. And so, you know, I compare it to just like today. They've been working on us. Okay? They've been working on us for a century or more, whatever. Of course, Satan's been working on us from the beginning, but I'll just, you know, I guess cut it down to the medical cartel or the souls behind that industry. I'm not talking about doctors. I'm not talking about individuals. I'm talking about a spirit behind the whole paradigm. Okay, doctors many times are just as victims of that spirit as well. And a lot of times people who have experienced a molestation sometimes carry on that spirit. Not all the time, I'm not saying that, but you know. So people tend to think that you're talking about all doctors or nurses or specific individuals. No, I'm talking about the spirit behind a paradigm, the spirit behind a system that is sly and has many people fooled, thinking it's a good guy, it's a wonderful guy, it saves lives, they go out of their way for people. All the meanwhile they have wicked intents in their heart, or the spirit has truly a wicked intent, but it has covered itself in good, right? How many times do you hear that saying, wolf in sheep's clothing, right? But people sometimes don't match that up to real life. Why? Because they're afraid of being called a conspiracy theorist. You see how that works, how the molesting spirit works. So, yeah, I just wanted to share that. and they've been working on us for a long time through education, through convincing us they're good guys. And then they take over us slowly with the vaccinations. Well, they must be good. I mean, how many moms do you hear say after the fact, I knew in my spirit, I knew in my heart something was wrong, but it looked so good on the outside. They told me this guy was so upstanding, you know, he's so good. Wouldn't harm us. They don't listen to their own spirit because they're overcome by that spirit and everyone else's delusion about that spirit. So then they don't pay attention to their own spirit, to their own instinct. They ignore it because of the psychological manipulation. And through the education and system and stuff like that, they have to combat all that stuff, in their brains and in their minds, and that pressure to conform. So, so then they get damaged or an injurious effect by the molester. And they just added slowly but surely, they little by little add more to the vaccine schedule. They didn't throw it on us all at once and say your kid is getting 29 vaccines by the time they're 5 or what have you, or 18. No. They do it slowly and they take their time. That's that molesting spirit. They're slow, they take their time, they're methodical, and then they shoot and confuse you. So this whole thing with the mask, see, they prepared people's hearts for this. So now everyone's wearing a mask. You never would have thought it would happen. If you would have told somebody last year, hey, everyone's going to be walking around with masks because the government says so, or the medical cartel says it, they would have been like, no way. No way people would put their children in masks. That's not possible. Well, yes, it is, because the molesting spirit takes its time. It works on the people and then works with the people's will to get it to do their will. Even though in the people's hearts they don't feel right, they know something's up, but they go along with it anyway. Because they don't want to be gaslighted also. They don't want to be attacked. They don't want to be called a troublemaker. They don't want to be called evil for accusing the molester of something so terrible, right? So anyways, I think that's about all I want to say. And maybe I'll have more to say about this and maybe not. But have a great day, everyone. It's such a gorgeous day outside. And I hope that each and every one of you has a blessed day, and that each and every one of you is strengthened by the Holy Spirit, by Jesus, and that you carry his wisdom. Oh, there was one more scripture I want to share, and it's so beautiful, because I was looking up scriptures on the face, and I came across one in Ecclesiastes 8:1, and it says this: who is like the wise? Who knows the explanation of things? A person's wisdom brightens their face and changes its hard appearance. That's a beautiful one right there. So may you ask God for wisdom, because when you ask him for wisdom, he gives you wisdom liberally. He does not withhold from you anything. And Christ is our wisdom. Christ is wisdom. And a person's wisdom brightens their face and changes their hard appearance.